Hey there, Physics Land. Welcome to the first day of school, and for you, it's a virtual day. Anyway, I want to give you a little bit of a summary as to how this lesson is going to work. So you've accomplished the first task, which is getting to the right presentation. And now I'm going to explain a little bit more about what today's expectations are going to look like. So once you're in that particular lesson, you'll notice that this presentation starts with an agenda of all the items you'll be working through as part of this virtual experience today. As you go through, you'll notice that each of these individual items is hyperlinked. So when you click on that particular link, it will take you over to the slide that addresses that topic. So one of the first things you're going to do is introduce yourself virtually on WebEx Teams. Within the slides, it will walk you through exactly what you need to do and exactly what your post is going to look like. So once you do that, you're going to be able to go into WebEx Teams, and it will look slightly different on the iPad. But you're going to go over to a button that looks like this. It's called the Teams button. Then you're going to select your cohort for physics. So you'll be able to click on your cohort. And then what you'll notice is that I have different spaces under that cohort. You're going to want to be posting your general comments, general statements, and in this case, your general introductions into the General tab. That General tab is going to allow all of your cohort classmates to see your introduction in this space. Another thing you'll notice is that this topic is all green. So this particular item on the agenda all has green slide background. Once you move to the next item, which is going to be joining Google Classroom, notice that the color is changed. So that's going to be designating the fact that it's a different topic that you're going to be looking at. So this next item is joining Google Classroom. You all should have already been invited, so all you'll need to do is just hit join. After that, you'll notice again the color has changed on that slide background. So now you're going to work on an online organization. You're going to be going through and looking at how to organize Notability so that you're able to keep yourself not only organized, but also finding ways to be able to easily access your files along the way using this electronic system that we'll be heavily emphasizing this particular year. So you're going to organize your Notability. You're going to organize your Google Drive, again, looking at these videos to make sure that you can get that support from me. And then what you'll notice is at the end of each of these presentations, I'll have a wrap-up summary checklist. You'll go through and identify and just make sure, confirm that you've done all of these items. And then once you have done all of those things, you're done for the day. So that will be our plan of attack as we're moving forward. And we'll go into more detail on this as we reach our face-to-face lessons. One last thing I want to talk about is attendance on these virtual days. You are required to mark yourself present. So in order to be marked present, you're going to need to go into Infinite Campus, and during the time you would typically have been in class, you need to mark yourself present within IC. Otherwise, you'll be marked absent for the day. Again, you can only mark yourself present during the time in which the class would typically be occurring. In addition to that, just please make sure that you're using that time, that class time, to work on this lesson. Many of the activities that we have in physics virtual world, it will be collaborative. So you're going to be working with other people during that class period to accomplish those particular tasks. So I know this is going to be a little bit of a different way of learning. Just make sure that as you're going through your virtual lessons that you're working together with your cohort. Specifically, I would encourage you to use WebEx Teams, that general space, to address any questions you have during the lesson. As you know, I'll be teaching face-to-face lessons during the time that you're working on your virtual lesson, so it will be difficult for me to be able to respond back to you in a really quick fashion. So I would suggest you work together as your first step if you do run into any issues. I am so looking forward to meeting all of you tomorrow in the face-to-face environment, and I think it's going to be a great year. Have a good one.